Hey, so if you've ever stared at a German writing prompt and just wondered, what do they really want from me? You are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the official grading criteria to show you precisely how your writing gets scored. So what is the secret, right? Is it about having perfect grammar, using tons of fancy vocabulary, writing some kind of beautiful, poetic sentence? It's so easy to feel like you're just guessing what the graders are looking for.
But here's the really good news. It's not magic, not at all. The whole grading process is actually a logical, totally transparent system. And once you understand that system, you can really use it to your advantage. Okay, let's break this down.
The entire scoring system, every single point you can get, is built on one core principle. It all falls into one of two major categories: what you say and how you say it.
Yep, it all comes down to these two concepts. On the one hand, you've got inhaltliche Angemessenheit, which is just a fancy way of saying content. This is all about what you're writing. Did you actually do what the prompt asks you to do? Is it relevant? Then, on the other hand, you have sprachliche Angemessenheit, or language. This is all about how you write it, your grammar, your choice of words, your sentence structure. The key thing to remember is that examiners look at your content first, and everything else comes second.
So let's get a little more specific. These two big categories are then broken down into 4 official pillars that make up your final score.
And here they are. Now, I want you to look closely. That first one, Aufgabenbewältigung, or task completion, that's the only one that's about content. The other 3, communicative design, correctness, and vocabulary, that's all language. Just think about that for a second. A full quarter of your entire grade right off the bat is based purely on whether you answered the question they gave you.
And because that first pillar is so incredibly critical, we're going to do a deep dive into it. Seriously, understanding this one part is the key to unlocking those top marks.
So, what is Aufgabenbewältigung really? It's just about how well you manage to address every single part of the writing prompt. If the prompt has 4 points you need to talk about, this is the part of your score that checks if you actually talked about all 4. Simple as that.
Okay, let's look at how they actually score this. To get a perfect 5, it's pretty straightforward. You hit all 4 points precisely. But check out the description for a 4. You might have still mentioned all 4 points, but it says reader cooperation is needed. What does that mean? It means your answer was maybe a little bit unclear, and the examiner had to kind of work to figure out what you meant. From there, it's just a countdown. A 3 means you handled 3 points, a 2 means you handled 2, and so on.
But there is one other possibility we haven't discussed. It is possible to get a 0. I don't mean just on this section, I mean a 0 on the entire test. And it all comes down to one single catastrophic mistake. And here is the official rule that explains it. It reads, Hat der Text mit dem Schreibanlass keine oder kaum eine Verbindung, muss bei allen Kriterien 0 vergeben werden. Which translates to, if the text has little or no connection to the writing prompt, a score of 0 must be given for all criteria. Think about that. It means it doesn't matter if you wrote the most beautiful, grammatically perfect German text in the world. If it's off topic, it's worth 0, period.
So all of this brings us to the single most important lesson you can possibly take away from all this. This is the golden rule for success on your exam.
It is really that simple. Before you even start to worry about complex sentences or showing off your vocabulary, your number one job, the absolute foundation of your entire score, is to read, understand, and fully answer the question that was asked of you.
So here's your action plan. First, you've got to dissect the prompt. Break it down. Make a little checklist of every point you need to cover. Then, as you write, make sure every sentence you put down is helping you answer that prompt. Your goal is to address all those required points first. Then, and only then, should you go back and start polishing your grammar or trying to upgrade your vocabulary.
So you see, the secret isn't about being some kind of linguistic genius. It's about being a great strategist. When you focus on the content first, you're lining your work up perfectly with how the examiners think. You're not just writing anymore, you're solving the puzzle. You know the formula now. So are you ready to get full marks?